I'm glad you could join me in my kitchen today. I'll be cooking another one of my favorite seafoods, oysters. There are many special ways to enjoy them, 3 of which I'll share with you today. Then later on, I'll show you what I've learned about oyster cultivation. I've always enjoyed eating oysters, not realizing how much hard work was involved. Now let's get to cooking, shall we? Well, look who's here. Hey,
well, hello.
baby. Good
Hey.
to see you.
Good to see you. Ooh, look.
Oh,
pretty,
that's
pretty,
okay.
pretty.
That's all right.
I'm
I don't
getting you
mind
back.
a kiss from you. That's right, because when she was little, I used to kiss her, and oh, they hated that.
And the
But,
lipstick all.
yeah, all over. This is my daughter, Melissa. And of course, without her, my life would have been very boring.
True.
So,
This is
well,
true.
what brings you to my house this morning?
Well, you said you needed some help. You know, you said you wanted me to shuck a few oysters, so I'm going to try it. I'm not a professional at it, but I'll give it a try, see what we can do.
Okay, well, where did you learn how to do this? Sort of.
Well, once or twice in my life I've been to a bar, and one of them happened to be an oyster bar. And so I started talking to the oyster shucker, and his name's Raymond Piazza, and he took the time to show me kind of how to do it, you know. But he said, like, it takes a little bit of practice, but, you know, I'll do what I can for you today.
Well, good. I hope that you have time to be patient and maybe teach me after a while, because but first I'm going to have to start cooking this, you know, because we're going to have some oyster chowder today. And, you know, Mama, heard my mama, you know, she would have had a craze if I'd have been cooking oysters in a chowder, because we ate fried oysters, raw oysters. Well, you remember when you were a little girl, and the dressing and all.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, she loved it, but we never incorporated milk with seafood or anything like that, because you know what the old sayings were, huh, Missy?
Well, I know one of them.
One of them. Well, what was the one you remember from Mama?
The one that I remember her saying was, do not eat raw oysters on the months that do not have an R in it.
Correct.
The R rule.
Right, the R rule. Well, of course, that was an old wives' tale, because actually I eat raw oysters anytime, you know, really. And they're beautiful. These Louisiana oysters, which Captain Tracy, of course, you know, was so kind to let us have. They're beautiful, and I think, well, you can eat oysters anytime. Now, another thing, though, that she did say was you don't eat seafood with milk, because that was supposed to form
A rock?
well, no, that was a poison that was going to be formed.
Okay.
Now, the rock comes in where the oyster was put in a whiskey.
Oh, okay.
And she claims that would form a rock in your stomach. So, but we're not going to go there, because that's old wives' tales. But I tell you what, you better get to shucking, because I really need your help today. And in the meantime, I'm going to get to cooking this wonderful chowder. This is going to be an oyster chowder. And of course, as I said, we didn't have this when I was growing up, but I really wanted to fix something sort of different. And I got to thinking, what can I cook that will taste real good, be a little different, because we've fried so many. Cajuns just eat fried foods all the time. So I've come up with this recipe. This is my original. So I think you're going to enjoy it, though, Missy, because you really, you know, the new generation, they like new things. And of course, she's a little bit younger than I am. Although, you know, we're not going to go there either. Huh,
No, but I do love chowders. You know, I do love that.
Yes. Oh, remember when we went to, well, it was up in Canada we were in. And
New Brunswick territory.
Oh, right, right. And you just enjoyed it so much. Oh, yeah. So what I'm going to do here, let me teach you how I did mine while you're going to be shucking, okay? Whole lot of shucking going on, man. But I'll put her and me in the kitchen, because she's a wonderful cook. Oh, she can almost outcook her mama, but you know, I didn't
from
say
the
that.
best.
That's right, that's right. So anyway, I'm going to saute these onions in margarine. Now you can use butter if you want to, or oil, but I use the margarine. See how pretty and shiny they are, and this is how you're going to do it. And then to this is so quick and easy, it is just unbelievable. To this, I'm going to add onion tops. Of course, this is chopped green onions. People call them shallots, onion tops, green onions. We call them onion tops. So we grow these in our garden. And, of course, a Cajun always has to have some onion tops at home. Okay, you stir this real good. To that, I'm going to add some parsley. Now, you know, Missy, I like parsley, too. So, this is going to really add to the flavor. Girl, you do good.
Hey.
Wow. Well, Raymond taught you right, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes,
so,
he did.
All
right.
right.
That smells good.
See that? Good. Yeah. Oh, boy. You know what? That parsley, when I added it, really has a good aroma. I didn't realize it smells so good. I guess it just, this is going to be great. Now, to this, of course, the next ingredient is your gorgeous oysters. This is what I'm going to add. Now, I'm going to add also the juice to this. I'm going to add a lot because you can't have too many oysters, I guess, in an oyster chowder, huh, Missy?
True, true.
Good. All right, stir it up. I'm going to season it. Now, in this, I'm going to use just the salt and pepper, just like this. Okay, make sure you got lots of good seasonings, because that matters. You want to have that good flavor. You don't want to have too much now, because actually, if you over-season your food, you just can't taste the good flavor of it. So, all right. Look at this. Smell those good oysters? Gosh, Lordy. So, I'm going to add this half and half now, Missy. Although, if you want it creamier or richer, you can always, all good cooks are messy cooks. Oh, boy, I must be a real good one. This is half and half that I've added. And make sure you just, all right, cook it there. Now, if you want it richer, you can add just the cream, the whipping cream. Or if you don't like it as rich, you can add just plain milk. But, you know, today, I don't know, I just got in the half and half mode, you know? So now I'm going to cook these, and when the edges are going to start curling kind of floury-like, that's when they're going to really, you know, be cooked. All right, let's let them cook. And you promised me you'd show me how to shuck.
Try to show you how to shuck.
Go to it, girl.
What you do, it's real important, you know, you have to have something to protect your hands.
Okay.
You can injure yourself. And you just get your oyster, you put it in your towel or a glove, an oyster shucking glove, and there's a joint right here. And what you do is you get your oyster knife and you pop the joint, and then you scrape the top of your shell like that, and then you pop your little shell off.
That seems simple.
Then you just, and it's attached to the bottom here. You just kind of run your knife along and because you're gonna. Well, you can throw it in there, too, with your fingers.
Right, okay.
But you want to try?
Good. Yeah, let me try.
Give it a try.
Well, hand me one here. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see. I'm not very coordinated when it comes to things like, you stick it in there.
And then scrape the top a little bit.
Oh, scrape the top.
Because it makes it.
You know, this is too complicated. I'd rather eat them. All right. Then, of course, you catch it like this.
And just pull your lid.
Oh, look at that. No, I'm an expert.
Yeah, well, you didn't need me. You could have done this yourself.
I doubt that seriously.
Okay.
Oh, let me eat that one.
Okay.
Hey, let me have
what would you like? Because I've already got you a platter.
Very
done.
good. I just set it there.
I'll set it up on top of these.
Very good. Thank you. Good job. Man. Dip it in my sauce. Of course, you know, sometimes I think I like to eat oysters just for the sauce. But oh, wow. Ça me donne les frissons. Oof. Gives me a chill.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a very
good thing. Right. Well, I'll hand this back to you.
Okay.
Because actually, I better check this here, you know. So this is really, look, Missy, it's cooking good.
Yeah, because you don't want to boil.
No.
Boil. You want to just kind of let it simmer, right?
Correct. That's right. So this is, look, you see how the edges are curling?
Yeah.
So that you don't want to overcook your oysters either. See, your milk you don't want to boil. So this is really, and you serve that with crackers. And that's all you need. So now I'm going to show them how to make the sauce and also fry oysters later. But right now, you know, we're just going to focus on this. Let me see if I can do another one.
Another one? All right.
I might be able to do this, you know.
Here you go.
Put it in my hand here. Very good. So Well, thanks to Captain Tracy, we had some good oysters to cook today. We may not be good oyster shuckers, Missy, but we have a good time trying. You'll have to pass by Captain Tracy's boat and get some oysters. You just get down there and, hey, while you're there, he may even let you go ahead and drive his boat.
I'm hoping, because you took it the whole time.
Well, I know.
Except when he had to take it over because you popped had a little, well, they'll see.
Yeah,
we'll show them what happened.
Sure, so let me share that with you, okay?